Up now we have our 2014 NASCAR Nationwide Series champion, and that's Chase Elliott. He's the driver of the number 9 Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. And Chase, congratulations. Youngest National Series champion in the history of this great sport. You're the first rookie to win a National Series championship in this great sport. You're the second National Series champion from Dawsonville, Georgia. And congratulations. But how does it feel to be the NASCAR Nationwide Series champion for 2014?
Unbelievable, man. This truly has been a dream come true for me to just even be able to be competing this season. And like we talked about downstairs, this race a year ago, we had no plans of racing nationwide this season, and really was uncertain what our future was going to be, and to be able to come and have had a great season here in the Nationwide Series with Napa Auto Parts, and they're really the reason we're here. That they came on board and committed big to a full season, and that takes a lot from a sponsor. So they really stepped up and made it all possible. We were able to have a good season, and it's not over. So hopefully we can have a good week next week at Homestead.
Questions now. We'll start here with Reed. Go ahead.
Reed Spencer with NASCAR Wire Service. Congratulations. I've got two. First of all, when this season started, could you have imagined yourself sitting here at this point with a Rookie of the Year, presumptively, championship, and the wins you've had this year?
Absolutely not. No, I never would have. Even believed this was in the future by any means. That to like I said, to have began the season, and I was new to it. Had only run a couple truck races, or a handful last year, and just a lot of new things this season that we hadn't seen before. And I feel like that a lot of it's just due to the group of guys I was able to work with, and those guys are really bringing me just super fast race cars every single week. Being able to show up at the racetrack and know that we have fast cars, that goes a long way as a driver, especially as a rookie who's never been somewhere, to know that I have top-notch guys working on my cars, top-notch cars, and they know how to get it done, and it's just kind of up to me to do my part for them. And that was just very, very cool to be able to experience that this season.
And second, having accomplished the title and everything you've done this year, what goals do you set for next year that could be above and beyond what you've already done? And Kyle Busch, who was just in here, said he thought you were ready for Cup at this point. So basically, where do you go from here?
That's a really good question. I don't know what tomorrow brings, so I have no idea what the future has in store for myself or our team or whatever. So the biggest thing is just try to make the most of what's going on right now and kind of let it figure itself out. Me thinking about it or worrying about it ain't going to change it. So the best thing I can do is just try to focus on what's going on at the racetrack and make sure your mind's there 100% each weekend. And hopefully the next season we're able to go and have the same result in the championship with some more wins. I feel like that's the biggest thing. We'd like to win some more races, and I think we can. I think there's still time for us. So we still have one more week to try to get another one before this season's over with. So that's our goal. And there are going to be a lot of new things for next season with Greg leaving, and just a lot of changes that we have to be prepared for. And I think our team is, and we're looking forward to Homestead first and foremost, and we'll worry about next season when it rolls around.
Steve, and then we'll go to the gentleman in the back. Then we'll go up to press box. Go ahead.
Steve Richards of PRN. Chase, what were your thoughts and emotions when you took the checkered flag and the cool-down lap?
Disbelief. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if it was okay if I did a burnout or not. So I did one anyway because I was too excited not to. So that's just so cool. And I didn't know. I didn't know that restart. Regan had been really good all day, and I guess we had to finish a spot ahead of him to clinch, and he had been really fast all day long, and I feel like we were maybe on par with him, maybe a little bit off. It just kind of depended upon who was ahead of who and the track position and how it played out. So there at the end, I'm not sure what happened on the restart. I know we ended up 3 wide. They're all 4, and I'm not sure if Regan was the outside car or in the next lane back, and then we had that last caution, and we were able to have a decent restart and wind up 5th, I think. So that was for us to run around 10th all day long and finish 5th, I feel like was a gain.
What'd your mom and dad say to you?
They said just enjoy it, and I think that's the biggest thing. Is this certainly has not set in for me by any means, and I don't know when it's going to. I want to enjoy every bit of it. I'm going to enjoy it all the way till the green flag at Daytona, because this is this is just such a cool honor to have and be able to come and drive the race cars I've been able to this season, and to be able to do this every week. I mean, heck, this is a dream come true. I mean, I get to go race cars on the weekend. It doesn't get much better than that. So this is a dream come true for me, and looking forward to Homestead next week.
Gentleman in the back row, go ahead. Get him the mic there, please. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, Chase, Ryan O'Hara, Race Chaser Online. My question for you is, when that last caution came out, what went through your mind? Did you have any feelings of nervousness?
Well, I figured that was typical. I figured it was going to have to be a caution there at some point. It wasn't just going to run green there to the end. That you knew something was going to come up and and throw something into the middle of things. So that was, it definitely doesn't set you at ease by any means, knowing that everybody's bunched back up, and anything can happen during a green flag run, and certainly when the caution comes out and then the green flag comes out with the green white checkered, everybody wants to get every spot they can. So that certainly puts you in a tough spot to try to be in, and I think that's kind of one of those situations where you want to make sure you don't play defense and you look ahead instead of looking behind you and having to fend off guys. You want to be looking ahead, trying to finish better, more solidly inside the top 5. So I think that's one of those situations where you have to just try to look ahead and not so much worry about what's going on behind you.
Let's go to the press box for a question. I believe we have one. Go ahead.
Actually, I have 3. Wolfgang Munzer from Germany, Rennsport Press Agency. Chase, first of all, congratulations. Just a couple of questions. When this deal came together with Napa and GR Motorsport, what kind of expectation had your sponsor and GR Motorsport? And number 2, was there any kind of advice you get from your father going from race to race which were useful?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure about the expectations. We put a lot of we set goals and expectations of ourselves from our team and what's going on, on the inside of our own little group. But, beyond that, there's really no point in paying attention to the rest of it, because it really is irrelevant. So, certainly we do pay attention to the expectations we have upon ourselves. And, I've gotten some great advice throughout this season, and, not just this year, but years past from a lot of great people. Obviously my dad first and foremost, but, there's been a lot of great racers that I've been able to work with over the years that have really taught me a lot of things, and I can think back to a lot of great advice from a handful of people that have really helped me a lot and helped me learn, and I still have a lot to learn. So I still look up to guys and know that there's still a lot of room for improvement. We're able to wrap this thing up today, but at the same time we got beat by 4 other guys, so there's always room for improvement, and I think our team is up for the challenge. We just got to step up and try to get it done.
We'll take 2 more questions. Al Pierce and then Reed. Go ahead, Al. Let's get him a mic, please.
Yeah, Chase, Al Pierce from Auto Week. Do you recall when you and your mom and your dad sat down at a kitchen table somewhere and said, this is how we're going to get you to where you want to go? We're going to spend this many years here, this many years there. Was it a formal kind of a family plan, or did it just kind of evolve?
No, that conversation never happened in our house by any means. I don't know if that's how other people go about it, but it's certainly not how we did. For me, it was more of a go and have fun thing and see where it leads. I mean, you can't, the way this sport is today, it's so tough and it's so challenging, and the competition level is so high that you can't set up a formal plan and expect it to work out. It's just no way. If it does, then you're a heck of a lot smarter than I am, or ever will be. I mean, that's just so tough to do, and a lot of it is just due to support like Napa and people like Aaron's and these groups of people that have allowed me to go race. And I can think back to the past 5 years that we've gone and raced a lot of short track races and late model races, and the group of guys I worked with then, I feel like we're top notch, and it's not just. It's more than just myself and my family. I mean, it's a lot of the group of people and the folks that you surround yourself with. And I felt like, even when I was, younger than I am now, and just, my dad having a great group of people surrounded and being able to go work with good group of people. I mean, I think it comes down to that, and just having smart, people that are had experience in the sport to kind of know what has happened in the past and where it's going, and just a good teachers, I think, is a big thing as well.
Final question, Reed.
Reed Spencer from NASCAR Wire Service. It seemed like your toughest run was when you took lefts. Regan took lefts before that restart at the end there, so I guess Greg didn't tell Ryan that didn't work.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there was other guys that took lefts that seemed to fire off fine, but we definitely did not. We dropped like a rock whenever we put on left side. So I'm not sure. We got really loose getting in the corner when we did that, and I think at the point in time it was more just to keep up with everybody else. If we had put on 4, we'd have come out last, So that was just a tough box you're put in, especially being in the first run of the race. You'd like to see what those left side tires look like to be able to tee up what you're going to do for the end of the race. So I think that was just a call that Greg had to make to not lose a ton of track position and try to get some knowledge as to what to do for later on in the race. So I think it was a good move on his part, and we did have to bite the bullet and take 4 at some point, and we fell back a long ways, and we were able to have a decent restart and kind of get some of that back pretty quick, and that allowed us to put on 2 rights there at the end, and certainly I'm glad it worked out.